who have fled the horror of the unpredictable bombs are now fighting at another front. Forces of nature, the heavy rain and the rising tides that have already washed away their tents and their belongings, leaving them with only their shirts on their backs. It's hard to imagine that this area used to be overcrowded with thousands of tents. It's now empty. 24 hours between the time it was full of tents to now largely empty, as the rising tide, the heavy rainfall and the strong wind pushed the majority of people here into further internal displacement. Those who decided to stay are trying to fix the damaged tents and set them up one more time in order to protect them from the heavy rain and the strong wind, because simply there is no other options for them to go elsewhere. Other people who left have moved into areas that is already overcrowded, like schools and mosques and evacuation centers, but these overcrowded spaces are offering little privacy and little sanitation that are hard to stay in and are creating favorite conditions for the spread of diseases that are very harmful for the vulnerable groups, children and women.
This area was full of tents with a huge number of displaced people. The sea and the rain hit the tents last night. So many people have left. There were thousands of tents here. We need the world to help, to show mercy. In my tent, there's nothing but wet blankets.
The rain was very heavy and the waves very strong. The rain and the waves hit the tents and all our things got wet. Now we don't have any mattresses, blankets, or even clothes for our children.
On our way from the coastal line, we noticed this overcrowded tent site here in Deir el Balah city that has become overcrowded by the many people who moved from the coastal line area after the tents were severely damaged by the heavy rain. And we couldn't help but notice that it is flooded with the rainfall that is mixed with the sewage. So we're looking at a road that is filled with sewage that is increasing the risk of waterborne diseases like the cholera, affecting the most vulnerable groups, including women and children. A combination of violent war and conflict and the heavy rain are increasing the risk and creating a recipe for more suffering for Palestinians already displaced and traumatized for over 1 year of genocidal war. Hani Mahmoud, Al Jazeera, from the central area of the Gaza Strip, Palestine.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.